Hey there, everyone, this is Michael Dougal, your real estate resource, and CP24 claims that Toronto housing ends 2025 on downswing, but recovery could come this year, and we have all the data that has been collected from the MLS for December 2025. We're also going to take a look at 2025 as a whole and compare it to some of the previous years so you can make informed decisions in 2026. And at the end of the video, I'll share some of my market predictions, and if you are considering buying or selling, make sure to call me. And if you're a real estate agent looking for a great brokerage, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. And here we're taking a look at how the average price has changed across the years, going back all the way to December 2007, and we can see that our average price is currently 27% less than what the homes were selling for in December 2021. And here we're taking a closer look at the numbers. We're comparing December 2025 to December 2024, so we can see the average price is down about 5.1%, with our average price almost at $1 million. However, the annual average price, so if we take into consideration all properties that have been sold throughout 2025, our average price is actually $1,067,000. Something else worth pointing out is that the number of sales that were reported for December 2025 is less than 3,700. And it's really this number here, the number of sales, which is going to be responsible for a lot of negative headlines because of the fact that the average price, sure, it's decreased a little bit, it's come down to 2021 levels, but if we look at the number of sales, it's actually the lowest we've seen in 25 years. The number of new listings did increase in December 2025 to 5,299, ending the year with 17,005 active listings. This was surprising because we would have expected to see more homes actually come off the market during the holiday period, or less homeowners decide to put their homes up for sale. However, perhaps one of the reasons why homeowners decided to leave their homes on the market during the holiday period or even list their property in December was because of the understanding that in today's market, they need to be especially patient until their home gets sold, with the average days on market ranging between 30 to even 60 or 90 days in some areas. And one of the things that I strongly encourage my seller clients to consider if they do decide to take a break from the market is that this may display that they're no longer interested in selling. Meanwhile, we could have had a showing a few weeks ago that is interested now in putting in an offer. Although something we do know is that if a property is delisted, buyers may just assume that the property is either sold or that the seller's lost interest in moving. And so we're finished zooming into December itself. Let's take a look at the year at a glance. We're looking at 2025, the number of sales, the average price, and the number of new listings in the 416 and the 905, and then as a whole. And we're going to compare the numbers to 2024. First, taking a look at the number of sales, there was 62,433 residential sale transactions reported in 2025 across the 416 and the 905, although the number was 70,274 in 2024. So the number of sales has actually dropped by about 11%. And when you look at the Toronto numbers, the number of sales seem pretty similar, although when you look at the 905, we can see that the number of sales did drop over 5,000 units. Next, taking a look at the average sale price across all property throughout 2025, the average sale price was $1,067,968. In 2024, the average sale price was $1,120,241, and this represents an average price decrease of 4.7%. And similarly, it seems that the Toronto area hasn't decreased in the average price as much as the 905. We can see the 905 figures are down over $60,000. And the number of new listings that were reported in 2025 was 186,753 new listings, and this is up 10.1% from 2024. And you also have to consider the fact that these are just new listings, but we already had an excess supply of listings before 2025. Although one of the reasons to be optimistic is that we have a new interest rate schedule. This is the schedule for 2026, with our first interest rate announcement taking place January 28th. And when we look at 2025 and the different interest rate announcements which took place and when the change took place, we can see that the first couple of interest rate announcements, we did see a decrease of 25 basis points. Then towards the third quarter of the year, we saw another interest rate decrease, although the rest of the time the interest rate held steady. And I'm going to predict that we do see an interest rate decrease take place at the end of this month when they make that announcement. And if you want to see all my predictions for 2026, you can watch this video right over here. And if you're considering buying or selling, make sure to call me. And if you're a real estate agent looking to grow your business, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. Click that subscribe button, share your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.